Welcome back. Today, we explore the value of these most expensive Washington quarter dollars that are sold out for huge money at auction. So let's get started. First, the 1995 Washington quarter with D mint mark, featuring a unique red color shade and in good condition. You might be surprised to learn what this coin could fetch in today's auction market. Stick around as we uncover its history, what makes it special, and how much it's... Let's get started. The Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. currency since it was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. While the original design remained mostly unchanged for decades, minor details like the mint mark and the coin's condition can significantly affect its value. The 1995 Washington quarter continues this legacy, but what sets it apart is its unique features. Let's take a closer look at the 1995 Washington quarter. On the obverse, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan. The details of Washington's face and hair are key indicators of a coin's condition. The reverse side features an eagle with outstretched wings, a design that has symbolized strength and unity for decades. This particular coin was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark, found just below the wreath on the reverse. Now, here's what makes this coin extra special: the red color shade. While this isn't a feature originally intended by the mint, it can occur due to environmental exposure or oxidation of the metal. This unique hue can make the coin stand out to collectors, though it's important to note that it typically doesn't increase its monetary value significantly unless the color is particularly striking or adds to its aesthetic appeal. In the world of coin collecting, condition is king. This 1995 quarter is in good condition, meaning it shows significant wear, with most of the finer details smooth. While this grade doesn't fetch the highest prices, it's still valuable to collectors who appreciate its historical and aesthetic qualities. So, how much is a 1995 Washington quarter with a D mint mark, red color shade, and in good condition worth in today's auction market? Generally, quarters from this year in good condition are worth around their face value of $10. However, some collectors may be willing to pay between $50 and $70 if the coin has an eye-catching red hue and unique appeal. In rarer cases, coins with a particularly vibrant or consistent red shade might fetch a bit more, especially if marketed well. If you're looking to sell a coin like this, consider platforms like eBay, where you can reach a wide audience of collectors. Local coin shops and auction houses are also great options, especially if you want a professional evaluation of your coin's value. Keep in mind that a good presentation, including clear photos highlighting the red color, can make a big difference in attracting buyers. Even if you don't plan on selling, this coin is a fantastic addition to any collection. It represents a unique moment in time and stands out with its unusual color. For collectors, having a variety of coins with distinct characteristics like this can make your collection truly one of... So, there you have it, the 1995 Washington quarter with D mint mark in good condition, complete with a striking red color shade. While it might not break the bank in today's auction market, its unique features and historical significance make it a coin worth holding onto. Next up in today's episode, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1968 Washington quarter with D mint mark, a large date, and a unique black color shade. While this coin is in dirty condition, it still holds value, and we're here to explore what it's worth in today's auction market. Let's jump right in. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, celebrating George Washington's 200th birthday. By 1968, the composition of the coin had changed significantly. Quarters minted after 1965 were no longer made of silver, but instead a copper-nickel blend, making them more durable and less expensive to produce. Despite this, many collectors still value these coins for their historical significance and unique variation. This 1968 Washington quarter features the classic design by John Flanagan on the obverse. We see George Washington's profile with the year 1968 and the word Liberty prominently displayed. The reverse showcases an eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, a symbol of strength and readiness. The D mint mark, located just to the right of the bow on the reverse, tells us this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the key mints for US coinage. One of the standout features of this particular coin is its black color shade. This unusual hue is not a factory feature, but rather the result of environmental exposure, such as dirt, oxidation, or even chemical reactions over the years. While the color itself doesn't generally add monetary value, it gives the coin a unique character that some collectors might find appealing. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. This 1968 quarter is in dirty condition, meaning it has noticeable wear and grime that obscure finer details. While this places the coin on the lower end of the grading scale, it's still worth examining for potential historical and collector interest. Now for the big question, what's this coin worth in today's market in dirty condition? A 1968 Washington quarter with D mint mark is generally worth its face value of $40. However, in auctions, collectors looking for unusual coins or filling gaps in their sets might pay anywhere from $50 to $65 for a quarter with unique characteristics like the black color shade. Coins with more distinct or appealing discoloration might fetch a slightly higher premium, especially if marketed well. If you're thinking about selling a coin like this, presentation is key. Clean, well-lit photos that highlight its unique features like the black shade and mint mark can help attract buyers. Consider listing it on platforms like eBay or visiting a local coin shop. For rarer or more valuable finds, professional grading services can help authenticate your coin and boost its market value, even if the monetary value isn't sky high. This coin is a fascinating piece of history. For collectors, having coins with unique discolorations or marks can add a personal touch to your collection. The 1968 D Washington quarter tells a story of its journey through time, making it a valuable addition for anyone passionate about US coins. And there you have it, the story of the 1968 Washington quarter with D mint mark, its black color shade, and its value in today's auction market. While it might not make you rich, it's a unique piece of history. Next up, the 1996 Washington quarter with a large date D mint mark and in dirty condition. Is it a hidden treasure or just pocket change? Stay tuned to find out the surprising value of this coin in today's auction market. The Washington quarter has been a staple of US currency since its debut in 1932, designed by John Flanagan to honor the first president, George Washington. By 1996, these quarters were widely circulated, made from a copper-nickel composition and struck at various mints, including the Denver Mint, represented by the D mint mark. This quarter features the large date prominently displayed beneath Washington's profile on the obverse, along with the iconic word liberty and the national motto, "In God We Trust." On the reverse, we see the majestic eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, a symbol of strength and readiness, surrounded by the inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar. Now let's talk condition. This particular coin is in dirty condition, meaning it shows significant signs of wear and grime. While this might lower its numismatic appeal, the dirt and discoloration can sometimes create a unique appearance that draws interest from certain collectors. Remember, every coin tells a story, and its journey is part of its charm. So, what's the value of this 1996 quarter in dirty condition with D mint mark? The truth is, quarters from the 1990s are still relatively common. In dirty condition, this coin is typically worth its face value of $20 for general circulation. However, in auction markets, collectors who value unique features like discoloration or mint errors might pay slightly more, around $25.39 to $45. While the base value of this coin isn't high, always keep an eye out for mint errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or unique patterns caused during the minting process. These errors can increase a coin's value exponentially, sometimes fetching prices of $50 or more at auction. So, is this coin worth keeping? If you're building a collection of Washington quarters, it's a great addition, especially if you're looking for coins from different mints. If you're planning to sell, consider listing it on platforms like eBay or taking it to a local coin shop. While it might not be a jackpot find, it's still a piece of history that some collectors may appreciate. And there you have it, the story of the 1996 Washington quarter with D mint mark in dirty condition. While it might not make you rich, it's a unique coin with its own story to tell. Next up in today's video, we're diving into the story of the 1974 Washington quarter, specifically one without a mint mark, in fine condition. Could this classic coin be worth more than its face value in today's auction market? The Washington quarter has been a cornerstone of US currency since its introduction in 1932. Designed by the talented John Flanagan, the quarter commemorates the legacy of George Washington. By 1974, quarters were no longer made of silver, but instead featured a copper-nickel composition, a change that began in 1965 due to rising silver costs. Let's take a closer look at this coin. On the obverse, we have Washington's iconic profile with the inscriptions "Liberty in God We Trust" and the year 1974. On the reverse, we see the majestic eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of. Surrounding it are the inscriptions "United States of America" and "Quarter Dollar." This particular coin is in fine condition, meaning it shows moderate wear. Details such as Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers are still visible but slightly worn. While fine condition isn't the highest grade, it still holds appeal for collectors, especially for coins from certain years or mints. Now, you might wonder, what does it mean when a coin has no mint mark for Washington quarters from 1974? A missing mint mark indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't use a mint mark at that. So, how much is a 1974 Washington quarter without mint mark in fine condition worth in today's auction market for circulated quarters from this era? Their value generally aligns with their face value, 25 cents. However, in fine condition, collectors might pay a small premium. The typical range in auctions is around 50 cents to $1.50, depending on the coin's appeal and any unique characteristics. If you're lucky enough to have one in exceptional fine condition or with an error, it could fetch even. But wait, don't stop at just checking the date and mint mark. Look closely for minting errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets. These errors can dramatically increase the coin's value. Some error coins from this era have sold for hundreds of dollars in auctions. So should you keep this coin or sell it if you're a collector? This 1974 quarter is a great piece to include, especially if you're building a year-by-year set of Washington quarters. If you're looking to sell, online platforms like eBay or specialized coin auctions are good places to start. But just remember, its condition and any unique features will determine its value. And there you have it, the story of the 1974 Washington quarter without mint mark in fine condition. While it may not be a jackpot, find it's a fascinating piece of history that could still earn you a small premium. Next up, the 1980 Washington quarter, specifically one with D mint mark, in good condition with an interesting color shade. Could this coin hold more value than its face value in today's auction market? The Washington quarter has been a staple of US currency since 1932, designed by the talented John Flanagan to honor the first US president, George Washington. By 1980, quarters were no longer made of silver but instead featured a copper-nickel composition. This transition began in 1965 to address rising silver costs. Let's take a closer look at this iconic coin. On the obverse, you'll find Washington's profile with inscriptions including "Liberty in God We Trust" and the year 1980. On the reverse, you'll see a detailed eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows, surrounded by the inscriptions "United States of America" and "Quarter Dollar." Now, what does the D mint mark tell us? It indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. In 1980, the Denver Mint produced 518 million Washington quarters, making this coin relatively common. However, condition and unique traits can significantly influence its value. When we talk about a coin in good condition, we're referring to a coin with heavy wear. The main design elements are visible, but finer details, like Washington's hair or the eagle's feathers, are fake. While good condition isn't a high grade, the coin's story and any unique traits can still make it desirable to collectors. This particular coin is noted for its unique color shade. Over time, Environmental factors like exposure to air, moisture, or chemicals can cause coins to develop interesting tones, from subtle hues to striking color variations. These shades often add appeal and intrigue, especially for collectors who value unique-looking coins. So, how much is a 1980 Washington quarter with D mint mark in good condition and a unique color shade worth in today's auction market in general? 1980 quarters in good condition are worth their face value $100. However, collectors might pay a slight premium for coins with a distinctive color shade. In auction settings, these coins typically sell for $126 to $137, depending on the intensity and appeal of the color. While most 1980 Washington quarters are standard, always check for minting errors like off-center strikes, doubled dies, or die cracks. These errors are highly collectible and can fetch significantly higher prices, sometimes $180 or more, at auction. Should you keep or sell this coin? If you're a collector, it's a great addition, especially if you're building a year-by-year set of Washington quarters. If you decide to sell, online platforms like eBay or dedicated coin auctions are excellent options. Be sure to highlight its unique color shade to attract interested buyers. And that's the story of the 1980 Washington quarter with a D mint mark in good condition and its value in today's auction market. While it might not make you rich, it's a fascinating piece of history that can still earn you a little extra. Next up, the 1985 Washington quarter with a D mint mark in very fine condition. How much is this quarter worth in today's auction market? Does it have more value than its face value? Stick around to find out. First, let's take a step back in time. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by artist John Flanagan, this iconic coin has been in circulation for nearly 90 years. However, by 1965, the silver content in these coins was replaced with a copper-nickel alloy due to rising silver prices. Now, let's look at the 1985 Washington quarter itself. The obverse features George Washington's profile with the inscriptions "Liberty in God We Trust" and the year 1985. On the reverse, we see the familiar eagle with its wings spread, holding a bundle of arrows, and the words United States of America and quarter dollar. Like other coins from this era, the 1985 Washington quarter bears a mint mark. The D mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the US Mint's most prominent facilities. It's important to note that there are a significant number of 1985 quarters with the D mint mark, but the value can vary depending on condition and other factors. Now, let's talk about condition. The term very fine refers to a coin that has been circulated but still retains much of its detail. For a quarter like this, you'll see all the main features clearly visible, including Washington's profile and the eagle on the reverse. There may be some light wear on the high points, but overall, it's a solid, attractive coin. So, how much is a 1985 Washington quarter with D mint mark in very fine condition worth today? In terms of face value, it's worth just $100. But when we look at auction prices, the value can be significantly higher depending on the condition and demand among collectors. Currently, you can expect a 1985 Washington quarter in very fine condition to sell for anywhere between $1.50 to $3 in today's auction market. This might not seem like a huge sum, but considering the historical significance and demand for quarters in good condition, it can still be a solid return for your collection. The 1985 Washington quarter is not one of the rarest coins, but it still has value for collectors. Quarters like this one are often sought after by people who are putting together a set of coins from different years or by those interested in coins with mint marks. Some buyers are particularly drawn to coins with clear details and high-grade conditions, even if the coin is relatively common. Remember, error coins are a game-changer when it comes to coin values. While the 1985 Washington quarter is not famous for any notable minting errors, it's always worth taking a closer look at your coins. If you happen to find an off-center strike, doubling, or any other unique error, you could see a much higher price in the market, potentially $500 or more. So what should you do if you've got a 1985 Washington quarter in very fine condition, Well, if you're a collector, it's a great piece to hold on to. If you're looking to sell, you can list it on popular auction sites like eBay or take it to a reputable coin dealer. Just be sure to clearly describe its condition and mint mark to attract potential buyers. And that wraps up our deep dive into the 1985 Washington Quarter with D mint mark. While this coin may not make you a millionaire, it's still a solid, valuable piece of US history that can add character to any collection. Next up, the 1981 Washington Quarter with the P mint mark and in fine condition. If you've ever wondered about the value of this coin in today's auction market, you're in the right place. Stick around as we break down the details, condition, and how much you can expect to get for it. Let's start with a little history. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932, honoring George Washington's 200th birthday. Designed by John Flanagan, this coin has become a staple in American numismatics. In 1965, the silver content in the quarter was replaced by a copper-nickel alloy, which is what we see in coins like the 1981 Washington Quarter. The 1981 Washington Quarter features the familiar design. On the obverse, you'll find George Washington's profile, with the words "Liberty in God We Trust" and the year 1981. The reverse shows the iconic eagle, wings spread, holding a bundle of arrows with the inscriptions United States of America and $quarter. The 1981 design is just like many of the other quarters of the 1970s and 1980s. But what makes it unique for collectors is its mint mark and... Now, let's take a closer look at the P mint mark. The P indicates that this coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, the first mint of the United States, which is unique because up until 1980, Philadelphia minted coins didn't typically carry a mint mark. This was a major change, and the 1981 quarter with the P mint mark marks a pivotal point in US coinage history. When it comes to coin value, condition is everything. The term fine condition means the coin has been circulated, but it still retains many of its defining features. The details on Washington's profile and the eagle on the reverse are visible, but there may be some light wear, especially on the high points. The coin should still have its overall shape, and the design remains fairly clear, though the edges might show some signs of use over the years. So, how much is a 1981 Washington Quarter in fine condition worth today, while the quarter's face value is $20? The coin is worth more to collectors. In the current auction market, you can expect a 1981 Washington Quarter with the P mint mark in fine condition to sell for around $40 to sell. That's not a huge amount, but it's a good return for a coin that's almost 40 years old. The 1981 Washington Quarter is not considered rare, but it still holds value for collectors. Many people enjoy collecting Washington Quarters from different years, especially when they have mint marks like P and D, because the 1981 Philadelphia Mint set the precedent for using the P mint mark. The coin carries some extra historical interest. Like any coin, the condition plays a huge role in its value. A quarter in fine condition will always sell for less than one in extra fine or ungraded condition. If your 1981 Washington Quarter is in fine condition, it will have some wear, but as you take care of your coins and keep them in excellent condition, the value will increase. It's always a good idea to store your coins in protective holders to preserve their... If you happen to own a 1981 Washington Quarter and are considering selling it, you have several options. You can list it on popular platforms like eBay, where collectors frequently search for specific... You could also take it to a local coin dealer or coin show, where you might be able to get a better deal if you're selling a batch of coins. And that's all for today's deep dive into the 1981 Washington Quarter with P mint mark. It might not be the most valuable coin, but it's definitely a nice piece to have in your collection, especially with its unique historical significance. Next up today, we're diving into the world of the 1972 silver Washington Quarter dollar, specifically the large date version with the D mint mark in extra fine condition. What's it worth in today's auction market? Let's find out. Before we talk about value, let's take a closer look at the 1972 Washington Quarter. This coin features the iconic image of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse showcases an eagle perched on a branch, designed by the same artist, but there's something special about the 1972 issue. It's the large date variety. Now, this particular coin has the D Mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Denver Mint. The large date variety is easy to spot. The numbers in the date are noticeably larger than the small date version, which is key for collectors when identifying. Now let's talk about condition. The extra fine grade means that this coin has seen some wear, but not too much. You'll notice a bit of detail loss, particularly on the high points of the design, but the coin still retains a lot of sharpness and depth. In extra fine condition, the coin will have light wear across the surfaces, but will still feature clearly visible details, especially on George Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. So, what's this coin worth in today's market? Well, the value of a 1972 silver Washington quarter with the D Mint mark in extra fine condition depends on a few factors, mainly the coin's grade and current demand among collectors. As of now, in extra fine condition, you can expect this coin to fetch anywhere from $6 to $12 at auction. Of course, if it's a particularly high-quality extra fine coin, it could go for a bit more, especially if it's being sold by a reputable dealer or in a competitive auction setting. But what affects the value of this quarter? Well, the overall market demand for silver coins plays a significant role. Silver prices are always fluctuating, and the 1972 Washington quarter, made of 90 silver, benefits from this trend. In addition, rare coins in better condition tend to fetch higher prices. Provenance or the history of the coin also matters. If it has been part of a prestigious collection, that could drive up its value. Also, if the coin has been professionally graded by a service like PCG or NGC, that could make it more attractive. So, if you come across a 1972 silver Washington quarter dollar with the D Mint mark in extra fine condition, it's definitely worth checking out. While it may not be worth a huge sum, it's a solid addition to your collection, especially if you're into silver coins or Washington quarters. Thanks for tuning in today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments if you've come across any 1972 quarters in your collection, or if you have any other coins you want me to cover in future videos.